you guys are back! The honorary knight returns triumphant!
Yep, we're back from tussling with Dvalin.
You just returned yesterday, right? Jean got back first, and she told us all about your heroic deeds. I wonder if I'll ever get an opportunity like that. You're right, actually. Peace is hard won, and we shouldn't take it for granted. And this time, you're the one we should all be grateful to.
You're welcome. But have you been waiting for us here this whole time?
Of course not. Just because I'm not out on the front line doesn't mean I don't have work to do. In fact, I'm dealing with the aftermath of the crisis as we speak.
Aftermath? Here? What happened in Mondstadt?
While Master Jean was away, the monsters lurking nearby made a coordinated attack on the city. Fortunately, we weren't completely taken by surprise. I detected the Hilly Churls were moving closer to the city a while back.
Oh yeah! Paimon remembers. When we first met, you were clearing out one of their camps.
Exactly. And if we hadn't started making preparations back then, Mondstadt would be in much greater danger by now. I know, it's strange. Hilly Churls aren't usually capable of coordinating like this. Our best guess is that the Abyss Order is behind it.
They've taken over the Hilly Churls? Good thing we saved Dvalin, or they might have taken him too.
That's right. And since I'm the Outrider, it's up to me to keep eyes on the Abyss Order from now on. I'm sorry. You should be celebrating your victory, not listening to all this somber talk. I promised to take you out for some sticky honey roast, didn't I? Before everyone got caught up in the Storm Terror crisis. There's no time like the present, right? You guys hungry?
You bet! You may have forgotten till just now, but it's been on Paimon's mind this whole time.
Awesome, let's go! It's been way too long since I last ate a sticky honey roast myself. Wait for me at Good Hunter. I'll be right there. I just have to clean up here real quick. What timing! Not only was Jean away right when the Hilly Churls attacked, but Kaya had disappeared too. Luckily, the knights on hand all did an admirable job, and we successfully defended the city. I guess Kaya must have had his reasons. I mean, it's not like he would have just sat the whole thing out at the cat's tail, right?
Here we go. This is it. Crisis, danger, the thrill of adventure. Adventurers Guild! Finally, our days of rescuing kittens and finding lost puppies are over! The age of adventure is upon us! Roll up, youngsters! Join the Adventurers Guild today! In this time of great upheaval, we must rally together, take on the dragon, and save our great city of Mondstadt! What? What? The Storm Terror threat is resolved? I missed the acting clanmaster's speech? Storm Terror should have put up more of a fight. We didn't get to join in.
Long live the heroes. Thank you. It's finally over. Many trade routes have closed due to the Storm Terror incident. We can cope for now without fresh fruit and vegetables. But if the wine supply dries up, we're all doomed. I cannot imagine a world without wine. I hope they get the trade routes back up and running soon.
So Storm Terror's true identity is Dvalin, one of the Four Winds. We never should have forgotten his past sacrifice for Mondstadt. Every cloud has a silver lining. We're fortunate that our relationship with the Dragon of the East didn't sour past the point of no return. For that, we have you to thank. And Jean for her unfailing devotion. As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and freedom will prevail in Mondstadt.
We're lucky Albedo stayed in the city during the crisis. Our defenses were all the stronger for it. It was a rare privilege to see the chief alchemist of the Knights of Favonius in action. Makes me wonder whether I should try my hand at alchemy too.
I salute you, Honorary Knight. The acting Grand Master gave a public address on the Storm Terror incident. It was truly inspiring. The truth was incredible. And to think the Knights nearly approved a plan to slay the dragon. We were too quick to jump to conclusions. Still, it could take a long time for those who suffered to forgive Dvalin. And who knows whether they can forgive him fully. As ever, we must let the wind lead.
Now I have to submit a full damage report on the disaster to Lisa. There were no casualties, but they still want a record of every scraped knee and every broken roof tile for some reason.
Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship. Ah, so you do feel something for me. And people say my charm is fake. To bask in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale boost. And that's coming from a knight.
Sweet-talking, sugar-coated Captain Kaya.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart. Just looking for a quiet spot to collect my thoughts.
While all the other knights are working hard to clean up after the battle?
Thinking can be an arduous task, you know. Believe me, I'd much rather be taking out the trash.
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order. A dragon wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. Strategically, that's the perfect moment for the Abyss Order to make their move. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly churls? To get to the bottom of it, I decided to wait. So I waited, and watched for their next move. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Storm Terror's lair, just as the hilly churls' cries sounded from the city gates. That same day, I saw shadowy figures lurking in the city itself.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were outside, fighting the enemy. As you can imagine, that left the inside of the city completely unguarded. Except for me, of course. And so I approached the Abyss Order infiltrators for a bit of, let's call it fraternizing. Through various means, I managed to gather some rather interesting intel. The situation is this. The Abyss Order. They are united under a single leader.
The Abyss Order has a leader?
Yes. And it was this very leader who devised the plot to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war.
What exactly did you have to do to find this out?
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain linguistic powers. There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call him the Prince. Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy Amber heading this way. I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack. I'd better slip away before she notices me.
One minute I see Kaya, the next he's slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience. Are you sure? Because that sounds like exactly what he'd say to talk himself out of trouble. But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's order. Hi, Sarah. 1 sticky honey roast, please. So, now the Storm Terror threat is behind us. What are your plans for the next step?
Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt and keep looking through the 7 nations until we find clues about her brother.
Huh, really? Oh, well, I guess this is goodbye for now. Hey, don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Avonius, and our honorary knight. Wherever you may go, and wherever the winds may blow. That's the spirit. Remember, Mondstadt will always welcome you. All right, now let's eat before it gets cold.
That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are worth the wait.
Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Jean's waiting for you at the cathedral. It's something to do with the Holy Lyre de Himmel. You'd better head there now.